Doble plaka to be suspended. Ganda ng gising natin, no? Now, that's certainly good news. So, let's see. What did I wake up to? Some of the headlines that I've seen: Duterte says to suspend Doble Plaka Law for motorcycles. In the recent National Motorcycle Convention in Iloilo, our president showed up. He addressed the riders and he said, and I quote, "I will try to convince the LTO to maybe hang on to it. Isuspend ko lang muna kasi it's not good. It is dangerous to place another gadget, lalo na may kanto ang plate number eh. Lakihan na lang ninyo ang plate number sa likod by 1/4 para makita talaga yung number. Ang importante talaga yung sa likod." And he goes on to say that all over the world, nasa likod lang naman yung mga plaka. In all countries. Our good president may not be aware of the rules in India, Malaysia, and Singapore. But again, in the scheme of things, those countries are a minority. Everybody else nasa likod yung plaka. He also mentioned that he will speak to a senator, and I assume that's going to be Senator Gordon, and that he's going to work on this. He specifically said, delikado. It is dangerous. Those are his words. So it makes one think, bakit niya to pinirmahan in the first place? Diba? He actually answered it. He said, quote, "Alam mo kasi bakit pinirmahan ko ang pulis, tao ko yan. Ang military, tao ko. Anong nirekomenda nila, I will adopt it. Basta maglagay lang ng rational," he said. So, meaning to say, it just gives us a bit of insight on how things work. Someone thinks of a law, they do research on it, then it goes through a lot of people before it reaches the president. So I guess we gotta understand here, the way I see it, sa dami ng iniintindi ng presidente, by the time may dumating sa kanya at nirekomenda na to ng sangkatutak na tao below him, he will assume planchado na to lahat. Okay, nirekomenda mo to, ikaw, sige, sign. That's what happened here. In the end, because there was clamor at nag-ingay tayo at marami nag-voice out ng kanilang opinions against this, umabot to kay presidente. Then, he looked into it and then he said, wait a minute, right? So, hindi ko na alam kung may mga taong below him na masasabon na pinaabot nyo to sa akin, presidente, sa dami ko na iniintindi, tapos hindi pa pala to planchado. Magkokontrahan na kayo. The president already himself declared it is dangerous. Our leader, right? So, kung may masasabon dyan sa mga pangilalim niya, di ko na alam. I don't want to go into that. I'm just happy that our president said it himself. I would also like to give a shout out to Senator J.V. Ejercito. Yes, he was one of the guys who signed into it. But you know what? I think you see, or one can see his sincerity. I'm not defending him. If you're trying to see the rationale behind it, if you're on the outside and we keep on judging and pointing fingers and everything has to be black and white, you have to understand also his position. He's in the Senate. He has to balance public opinion, the safety of the majority, him being a rider. I always believe that politics, there's a game to be played. Whether you like it or not, magpakatotoo na tayo, it's there. Honestly, I don't think Senator J.V. Ejercito expected this to get to the president so fast. I think he was expecting a lot of to and fro. I think he was expecting a way to settle this before it reached, but everything just flew by him and everything just happened so fast. Kaya nga, to those critics who are saying, bakit lang tayo nag-a-action kung kailan napirmahan na ni Presidente, sobrang bilis eh. Hinataw nila sa President, di ba? So thank you, Senator J.V. Ejercito, for your efforts on this. And of course, we have to thank you, the rider. All of you who voiced out their opinion, all of you who showed up in the Unity Ride, that just showed everybody that riders can unite for a good cause, gives the realization that this contingent, at least in our country, the riders in this country, we have a strong vote. I would just like to address the point on we should be focusing on something else to prevent crime and not the decals and not identification of the motorcycle. Now, everybody's saying, oo nga naman, bakit gagamitin ng kriminal yung sarili nilang plaka sa paggawa ng krimen? Why are they even going to use their own motorcycle? Magnanakaw na lang ako. And I remember what they responded to that was, hefty fines. Kung hindi mo nireport yung plaka mo agad, may fine ka. Kung tumatakbo ka walang plaka, dapat di ka lumalabas. Kung nanakaw yung plaka mo, i-report mo agad. And that is supposed to curb the whole system, and that's supposed to make a criminal stop stealing another motorcycle or stealing another person's plate. Apparently, ang sagot ko lang naman dun sa sinagot nilang yon, there is the time issue. If I'm going to plan for a crime that I will do tonight, you have to understand, the criminal mind, they plan, di naman to spur of the moment, bahala na, hold up yun. Kung ninakaw ko yung plaka mo, para sa krimen ko mamayang gabi, you're gonna have to go to LTO or to the police station, report that, and by the time you get there, and after you go that, the police, mag-a-alert ngayon yan sa lahat, di ba? Now, how long will that take? Will that take 1 day or a few hours? So by the time na gawin ko yung krimen ko sa gabi, naka-alerto na lahat? Hindi, di ba? I mean, let's be realistic. That's not gonna happen, di ba? Na-alerto na yan lahat, tapos na yung krimen. Meron nang namatay or meron nang na-hold up. Ang makikita lang natin doon pag natapos na yung krimen at na-report na yung police, ito nga yung nanakawan ng plaka, tapos na yung krimen So it's not really a preventive thing. Now, while you guys are working on the suspension of that law and all of that, if I may suggest, ta-da! I'll go straight to the point. Why not make it a law that all riders must have with them at all times a helmet cam? You can mount it here, here, here. This is where I put mine. Or here or whatever, right? James Deacon was on the ball with this, with dash cams, with cars. That is the most effective thing nowadays if you really want to prevent crime. Kung merong kinakatakutan ang mga kriminal, yun na yun. Just going online, how many crimes have we seen thwarted or how many criminals were caught? And there's even a dedicated Facebook page on CCTV footage. Kung ano makikita mo. And we're not even full blast with CCTV cameras. Now, you might be saying, Zach, di naman mura din ng CCTV camera, i-impose mo sa rider. We have a relationship with China. Back in 2017, they donated 360 million pesos worth of guns and ammunition. Kung kaya nila magbigay sa atin ng barel at tuloy meron na tayong relasyon with them, nandyan na yan, whether you like it or not, kung ano man yung meron between China and the Philippines, what if mag-usap tayo, yung gobyerno, mag-usap sa gobyerno ng China, and we talk about this and say, hey, help us curb crime. We want to equip our riders, our motorcycle riders, all of them with helmet cams. Baka pwede nyo i-subsidize yung presyo. Total, made in China naman lahat. I'm sure there's gonna be a businessman in China who's gonna see the value in this. That's just 2017, 360 million pesos. Back in 2014, the Supreme Court allowed the release of about 300,000 license plates for motor vehicles and 400,000 plates for motorcycles. And this all came from a 2014 budget of 3.8 billion pesos. 3.8 billion pesos. And this was a budget for the LTO Motor Vehicle License Plate Standardization Program. That's a lot of money. And I'm telling you, to equip our riders with helmet cams will cost much, much, much less than that. Especially if you have a deal with the Chinese government. And not only that, with a certain budget, you can actually spruce up the CCTV cameras in the cities of the Philippines. So imagine this. The car guys, they have their dash cams. We have our helmet cams. We have more eyes on the city with more CCTV cameras. Tell me, wouldn't that be better than a plate number in front of a motorcycle? Or even decals in front of a motorcycle? I think the answer is pretty obvious. Kahit anong kanto, may nagmomotor, may nagkokotse, meron CCTV cameras in some building, before I do some stupid thing, dun mapapaisip ako. Now that's prevention, not a plate number in front of a motorcycle. The helmet cam for all motorcycles, I believe that this can be done. You just gotta think about it, think about the numbers. You already have proven metrics to show that a lot of criminals have been caught because of CCTV cameras. We already know it is truly a means to prevent crime. Ika nga ni Rico Blanco, kung ayaw, may dahilan. Kung gusto, laging merong paraan.